Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time stopping through, welcome to the channel. Hey, if you like sneakers, you like fragrances, you have found a home over here on YouTube because, in case you can't tell, I got a passion for both, maybe too much of a passion. Now, I just did a video right here on these guys. This is the Air Max 90. Black and Magma Orange is the official colorway, but they're also known as the Volcanoes. So, if this right here, if this sneaker interests you and you want to see more about it, head over to my video archives and check the full review out. They dropped February 22nd on the Sneakers app. That's not what brought you here today. Everybody right now, sneaker family and fragrance family, you guys are probably seeing, if you're watching anything on fragrances, everybody's top 10 list on what they would be wearing in the springtime. Brand new fragrances for 2025. I don't know about you guys, but it's still cold as hell here in the state of Georgia. It is 20 degrees outside as I speak, and dropping this afternoon as the temperature is dropping. I'm like, look, old man winter, get the hell out of here. Go on, go somewhere. I'm ready to go down to Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Panama City, Pensacola, put my feet in the sand, have a margarita, have some good seafood. I'm ready for the warm weather to get here. But while everybody's doing their springtime list, I'm going to talk about the top 12 fragrances that I'm going to wear and get the most use out of in these next couple of weeks while it's still cold. Because after that, these are going to get shelved, at least by me. You guys wear your fragrances year round if you want to. However, these 12 fragrances I'm about to show, I would not recommend wearing them in the heat. Some of them are very sweet. Some of them are very loud. And when you're in the heat, you don't want to offend yourself and give yourself a headache and make your stomach hurt. And you damn sure don't want to do that to somebody else. So let's talk about the top 12 fragrances I'm going to be wearing in the next 2 weeks. Roll the tape. All right. So the first one is, to me, is the best one out of this line. This is Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. Now, this entire line right here, this entire line has a iris note. That's what it's known for, is the iris. The reason I select this one for wearing in the winter or even the fall, this has a whiskey note in it as well. So you have that whiskey, it mixes with that iris, smells really, really good. But then you have a chestnut. You have a nice chestnut note as well. So chestnut, whiskey, and iris, perfect for the wintertime, perfect for the cold weather. My recommendation for best out of the line, Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. We're going to move over to one that has been discontinued, but you can still find it out there if you want it. This is Boss Bottled The Scent Private Accord. Again, this one has been discontinued, but it's still out there. The big thing about Boss Bottled The Scent on these guys is you have a manica fruit. That manica fruit is sweet, smells really good, but what you're going to get out of this is you're going to get ginger. It actually has coffee in it as well, has pineapple, but the real star of this one is not only the manica fruit and the coffee and the ginger, but it also has vanilla and chocolate. So think about chocolate, think about the manica fruit, the pineapple, the coffee, all that mixed together right there makes this an excellent wear for the wintertime. If you can find this out there on the market, scoop it up. Thank me later. This is Hugo Boss, The Scent Private Accord. This one right here never gets any love. It never gets any love. It's cheap. When I say cheap, I don't mean cheap as in it's cheap as in stinks. I mean it's easy to buy. It's not going to cost you much. And to me, it has a very nice leather note. This is Vince Camuto, the normal edition. So Vince Camuto has a lot in his line, but this one right here is just the regular Vince Camuto. It's wrapped in this black leather with this blue outline. I really like this bottle, by the way. I think it's nice. You got the little wax stamp right there. This opens up with bergamot and orange, has pepper, nutmeg, but again, a really nice leather note. And you get that leather note from the beginning. You do get the citrus in the beginning, but that leather is the star of the show really all the way through the scent. Does it have great performance and great longevity? Not the best. It's not beast mode or anything like Boss Bottled The Scent Private Accord and Givenchy Gentleman, but it gets the job done. And if you like leather, this one's not a bad one to go after, guys. Vince Camuto. Vince Camuto. That's the I was about to name it a flanker, but it's not. It's just a simple Vince Camuto. This one right here, guys. Woo, woo-wee. This one gets a lot of love from the fragrance community, so this is not going to be a shocker to anyone. This is Azzaro's The Most Wanted Parfum. Now, this guy right here, this guy right here, it has a smell. It has a smell to it that smells like grape soda. So if you've ever smelled like a grape Fanta, that's what this smells like. And it comes from the ginger note mixing with the vanilla and the woods that are in this. And I know ginger, vanilla, woods, you don't put that together is grape, right? But I promise you, if you smell this and think after you spray it on and try it out and you think to yourself, does that smell like grape soda? You're going to agree. And I'm not the only one. Go to some of the fragrance reviews or whatever. But guys, this is intoxicating. And this guy is a beast. We were just talking about beast mode a minute ago. Azzaro's wanted line typically is beast mode fragrances. You're going to get longevity out of this. You're going to get projection. I was about to say protection. This is not a Trojan. This is Azzaro. But I love these bottles too, man. The six shooters. I think that they came straight with the presentation. But yeah, this one right here. And again, these are my fragrance for cold weather. I think you could get away wearing this one in the spring too. It is sweet. It does have that grape fizz to it, like I was talking about. But you could probably get away with wearing this one in a warmer climate, just definitely not in the summer. Again, I wouldn't recommend any of these for the summer. But grape Fanta is what I call it. But the real name is Azzaro, the most wanted parfum. I'm going to take out two from this house right here. Two from this house because I think they're both warranted and both should be recognized if you have them. One is Tonka Cola. This is from the house of Mancera. Tonka Cola. What you're going to get out of this, you're going to get cola, okay? But you're going to get cherry and you're going to get cinnamon. This is a nice, easy to wear fragrance. A lot of compliments. People like the way that this thing smells. But yeah, it's got a very sweet dry down to it. It's spicy. The opening again, you're going to get cherry. Don't think lost cherry. Think wild cherry. If you're a Tom Ford fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. This comes across very nice, very pleasant, easy to wear, great for the cold weather. This is Tonka Cola by Mancera. And then this one doesn't need any introduction. Red tobacco, guys. Red tobacco by Mancera. You're going to get cinnamon, definitely tobacco, right? It's got apple, it's got incense. You're going to get a lot of that incense, but it's got, I'm telling you, it says it's called red tobacco for a reason. The main stars of the show is amber and tobacco. Okay, it's not fruity. I know I mentioned a couple of fruits up top. It's tobacco, guys, and amber. So if that sounds good to you, this one again, and let me tell you something, when you spray this on for the first time, it may turn you off. It has a super, super strong opening to it. Super strong opening. Sorry, I'm holding it like this, and you guys, people like to show the label off in the video. Let me get it right. Let me get it right, Jamin. Let me get it right. So there is the label, but yeah, Mancera's red tobacco, beautiful bottle, beautiful presentation. Mancera, to me, makes quality bottles with the I know they used to have the screw-on caps, but now they had the magnetic caps. Yeah, this is a nice one, guys. Again, from Mancera, my recommendations: Tonka Cola and red tobacco. I'm not going to go over 15 different fragrances. I'm going to give y'all two. Well, 15 from that line. Let's talk about Paco Rabanne for a minute, or Rabanne as he's now known. Rabanne's turned into Dior, and because it's not Christian Dior, it's just Dior. And Coco Chanel, it's not Coco Chanel, it's just Chanel. So Rabanne said, you know what? We're going to drop Paco Rabanne and we're just going to be Rabanne. This one right here. This is my pick for the cold weather. This is 1 Million Royale. And it's got that nice red ruby right there. This one has cardamom in it, man. This one's spicy. Cedar, patchouli. Opens up with that 1 million tangerine that everybody knows. So it is sweet, but this one, it has more of a Middle Eastern type smell to it. If I had to say it in a way that you guys may understand, it comes across spicy. Again, I think it has nutmeg in it, pepper. Not really sure of all of the notes, but I do know it has a lot of spices in it. It has that, like I said, that tangerine opening that 1 million is known for, cardamom. So very good, very nice compliment getter. I'm probably blinding you guys because this thing is a shiny bottle. Hopefully, hopefully y'all get a better view over there. But 1 Million Royale, that's the one I'd recommend if you're looking for a 1 million to wear, or the original 1 million. The original 1 million, the OG, is still at the top of the list when it comes to this line, in my opinion. But yeah, I've got this one to show you guys, 1 Million Royale. Let's move to another Rabanne fragrance because I am not shy of supporting a house in one video. Some people are like, only one cologne per house per video. No, I don't. I don't. I go my. I guess I blaze my own trail sometimes, but this right here is a definite. This is Raban. I was about to say Paco Rabanne, but this was back when they were still known as Paco Rabanne. Let me see if it's got it up there. It's freaking dust magnet there. But anyway, it's got Paco Rabanne around the bottle. Yeah, there it is right there on the back. So this is back when they were still known as Paco Rabanne instead of Rabanne. But this is Invictus Elixir. And let me tell you something, man. This right here, you can wear this one all year round. And you can't really see it, but it's got like a blue, trying to look down to see if it's got like a blue gradient to it. Blue, this looks solid black, but it's not. But this one right here, you can get away with wearing this one to me almost any time of year, maybe even summer, as long as it's a cool summer night. This is really, really good, guys. This is tropical, has a coconut freshness to it, vanilla. A lot of these fragrances have vanilla, but vanilla works best to me in the colder weather because of that sweetness that you get. This is a beautiful one, guys. Coconutty, tropical, like I said, vanilla. If you like that kind of smell, that tropical smell, this is going to be one that you want to rock during the cold weather. This is, again, Paco Rabanne's Victory Elixir. Speaking of elixirs, let's move to another house where I've got two that I'm going to show off real quick. Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir. No, this is not the Elixir Absolute. This is the normal Elixir. They just released the Elixir Absolute. I've not got my hands on it yet, so I can't say how that one smells, but I can say this one right here is a banger. Lavender, vanilla, honey, and tobacco. That's all you need to know. The honey and the tobacco and the vanilla in this is killer. This is one of Jean Paul Gaultier's best fragrances, in my opinion, especially in the Le Male line. We're going to talk about another one he's got in a minute that rivals this one and is very similar in nature to it. Matter of fact, it could be redundant to own both, like I do, but it is what it is. Le Male Elixir, again, honey, tobacco, vanilla, banger right there. Banger. The other one, Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal. All you got to know about this guy right here is plum, okay, chestnut, and sandalwood. That's it. That's the three notes I give you, and that's what you get out of this. The plum is super sweet. It's super nice. The chestnut, that's the star of the show. Roasted chestnuts. I can't even speak. Roasted chestnuts on an open fire, and then that creamy sandalwood. Guys, Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal Absolute is the best to me in the Scandal line. I've smelled all of them. I've sampled all of them. This one right here is the one. If I had to tell you to buy one, I'd tell you to buy this guy right here. So, Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal Absolute. Killer, killer. This one's my baby right here. This one's my baby. This one doesn't smell like anything else that I have in my collection. Prada Luna Rosa Black. Gotta get your nose on this, guys. This one does not. It opens up just wild. This has bergamot open, but the cumarin and the amber mixed with the angelica and musk. This is amber heavy, but it's that amber and that cumarin that you get that really sets this apart from everything else. That angelica makes it powdery, makes it fresh, light, airy. But when you spray this on, it's called Prada Luna Rosa Black. It reminds me of a rubber tire. And I think that sounds insane to most of y'all. It probably does. But that's what it reminds me of. If you've smelled like a tire spinning out, burning rubber, this has an opening that reminds me of that. I don't know if that's going to turn y'all off from this or not, but I like the way that smells. It doesn't stay that way for a long time. Maybe only for like the first minute or so that you spray it on, and then it dries down. You get that powdery, airiness to it. Very light, simple, but guys, this is great. Try it out. Get your nose on it while it's still around. I'd heard back in the past it was going to get discontinued, but it's still out there. So yeah, Prada Luna Rosa Black, give it a try. Last but not least, the one that got it all started. This freaking elixir craze that we're in. Everything is elixir, elixir, elixir. There's so many of them. I forget even the ones that I've got on the table here, which one of them are elixirs. But from my knowledge, there was elixirs that came out before this, no doubt. But this is the one that got the craze started. To end it off, guys, Sauvage Elixir. And yes, this is expensive. My camera to focus there. This is expensive right here. But I had to let me just make sure I've got the right notes on this. Okay, so I actually pulled this one up on the phone just because it's got a ton of notes, and I want to make sure that I'm saying this right. Because guys, this right here is, like I said, $180 for a 2-ounce bottle. Now it may be down in value right now. I bought this is actually first edition, so our first batch, whatever you want to call it. As soon as it dropped, I went out and bought it because I'm a fan of Sauvage. I know a lot of people wear Sauvage, and some people hate it, some people like it. I like it. I don't care. So when this dropped, I was like, "Ooh, a new Sauvage. Let me go out and try it out." Man, this smells elegant, classy. Ladies love it. Okay, this is masculine to a T. Um, but the notes in this, and I'm gonna read them. I don't care. Nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom, grapefruit, lavender, licorice. That licorice is a note that you don't see in too many parfums or colognes. Sandalwood, amber, patchouli, and Haitian vetiver. You're going to get the spices up front, right off the top. You're going to get a little bit of the bergamot, but mostly you're going to get those spices, that woodsy, old school vibe, man. It's almost like it's not like polo green. I don't want to say that, but it has that throwback like polo green has. So if that sounds interesting to you, again, get your nose on it first or get you a sample. But if you haven't tried Sauvage Elixir at, where have you been? Where have you been? So look, we're gonna go ahead and end the video off there. I hope you enjoyed the content. Again, if you think those Air Max 90s that I showed off in the beginning, these guys right here look good, go out and check out the review. If you enjoyed today's content, please hit that thumbs up button for me. And yeah, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free to do it, and it helps support me. I appreciate you guys out there. Thanks. Stay safe. It's Jamin. I'm signing off. Aroma Kicks out, baby.